Hello everyone, I'm Andrew with Mohawk Valley Handyman and Mohawk Valley Energy Solutions, and today we have something different for you. This is a commonly asked question and answer session where we are going to be asking and answering some of the most commonly asked questions that we get. So, what's the first question?
How can I prevent mold from growing in my house?
How can I prevent mold? Well, mold loves moisture. So if you reduce moisture and humidity, you will reduce the chances of mold growing. So the most common areas for mold growth are the areas where water is most present. Think basement, bathroom, and kitchen. So in your basement, especially in the summertime, warm, moist air from the outside can be leaking into your basement and condensing on the cool surfaces of the floor and the walls. This can cause moisture buildup. So having a dehumidifier is incredibly important. Secondly, bathrooms, showers, toilets, all can cause moisture to build up in the space. So having a bathroom vent fan, or at the very minimum, an operable window in the bathroom can help reduce the amount of moisture. And lastly, kitchens. Around the kitchen sink can be an area where mold can grow. It's especially important to check underneath the kitchen sink and make sure there are no leaks from any of the plumbing. And if there are, that can cause deterioration of the cabinet and mold to grow there.
How can I make my home more energy efficient?
How can you make your home more energy efficient? Well, there's a lot of ways to do that. Some of the low-hanging fruit is replacing any incandescent light bulbs. So if a light bulb's producing a lot of heat and it has a filament inside of it, that's a good indicator that it's an incandescent. So replacing it with an LED could start saving you some money. There's other ways to do it, like fixing drafts, some doorways that leak air, or areas of your house that are just a lot colder than others. It could be because of a ducting problem, but a lot of times it's because of poor insulation, and these things could be remedied. You could also decrease energy usage by replacing your hot water heater with a heat pump water heater, or adding a heat pump system to your home, and of course adding insulation. That will decrease a lot of energy consumption in both hot and cold seasons.
What is the best home improvement for resale value?
Okay, so that's a good question, and it's a little bit hard to answer because it may depend on the home and depend on the area in which the home's located and the condition of the house. So if the home is generally very well presentable, there are some projects that have a higher return on investment than others if everything else is in good condition. However, most projects have a return on investment less than 100%, meaning that if you decide to redo your kitchen right before you sell your house, chances are you're not going to get the same amount of money that you spent in your kitchen. So in this real estate market, a lot of cosmetic improvements are not actually worthwhile doing if your home is in generally good condition. However, if there's any problems with like broken mechanical systems, where you have issues with plumbing leaks or an HVAC system that doesn't work well, those are things you definitely want to address before selling your home.
How often should I have my home inspected for maintenance?
Good question. So this depends on how much maintenance and home inspecting that you can do yourself. So some of the things are checking underneath your sink, checking for leaks, checking the perimeter and exterior of your home. And we also do this as well. So since we're professionals in this space, we have something called a home health check that we recommend doing once a year. And this is where we come out to your home and we assess it top to bottom. We go in places like your crawl space and basement, all the way up to your attic. And we're looking for issues with mechanical systems. We're looking for and assessing insulation. We're looking for drafts, leaky doors, ungrounded electrical outlets, issues with plumbing fixtures. So we're looking for all sorts of items. And what we do is we create a checklist for the homeowner and prioritize that checklist to give you an idea of what's important right now, what are some things that you should take care of if you get a chance. And this can be a really good service that can reduce the amount of money that you spend in your home over time and give you a good idea of what projects to work on first. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful. And if you have a question, please leave it down in the comment section below, and we'd be happy to answer it on the next time that we do a video like this.